Um, Good morning, every one of us that is hearing me today and is a participant of today's training, because today's training is going to be awesome. It's going to be filled with so much hope and assurance. Now, if you look closely to the screen, you see that our topic today is what to do when you fail in life. Now, you could bear witness with me, or if you look closely, you discover that sometimes when we fail in life, many people take up different attitudes. And this different attitude taken by so much people has either caused them to remain in this particular position or to grow above their mistakes in life. Now, what to do when you fail in life matters a lot, because life is 90%, 10% what happened to us, and 90% our reaction. And the possibility of us excelling above our mistake is a function of the attitude we display at that moment. So, what do you do when you fail? What to do when you fail? Like, what to do? Because that is what this training is going to entail. So, as a form of introduction, I've already introduced myself. I'm Dixon Gosvine, a lifestyle coach, an entrepreneur, a business coach, and a consultant, a writer, an animation creator, and a science lab technician by study. Yeah, that's what I studied. I studied science lab technology. I'm a lifestyle coach, and also I am a business entrepreneur, a business coach. So follow me closely so that you could benefit maximally from today's training, because it's going to have a lot to pass across to you. Okay, so what to do when you fail in life? Now, according to Robert Schuller, he said success is never ending and failure is never final. That is something you need to have at the back of your mind, that you failed in life is not the final stage of life. That is not the end of life. That is not the end of everything in this world. That you failed in a particular situation, that you failed in a particular enterprise, doesn't mean that you will fail forever. And success is never ending. Failure is not the final stage of your life. Maybe you have failed in a particular enterprise. No, that is not the end. Because you're going to follow me closely, because I'm going to show you certain things that will benefit, that will help you benefit maximally. Okay, so pay attention so that you benefit from what I'm about to show you. Because what I'm about to share with you is a life-changing study. It's a life-changing education. Am I communicating? It's a life-changing topic. And I believe that at the end of this topic, you will benefit. What to do when you fail in life. And the first thing I want you to let you know is that success is never ending and failure is not final. Now, you must understand that before you mount on the wings of success, you must have what? You must have a concept and fail. Do you understand? Do you understand what I'm saying? Now, you must understand that before you mount on the wings of success, you must have tried out a concept. And you must have failed and failed and failed until you have understood the real method into that concept. Do you understand? You everybody that you see succeeded. Now, the people that invented the aeroplane, the two brothers of we Wright, now you could discover that they tried and failed. Thomas Edison tried and failed until a better understanding about that concept came on him. So you see that everybody that you see at the top of the mountain did not just mount there. There were processes that they passed through in life that enabled them to gain knowledge, to gain capacity to overcome that failure. Even the Holy Book said that the righteous man failed 7 times. So failure is not the final stage of life. That is one thing you must understand. Now we're going to consider some people that you know very, very well, that has once failed in life and they mounted up becoming better people and awesome people. Now, let's start with this. I know you know him, Michael Jordan. This Michael Jordan. Now, you could discover that either he was part of the greatest high school roster of all his coaches. He made huge mistakes. See, Michael Jordan from his high school basketball down 6 champion and 5 MVP later, but Jordan became arguably the greatest. He has failed many times as a basketball player. But you could see that he later emerged becoming a champion. From his secondary school, he has been looked down upon because he was not good. But what happened? He later changed. He failed many times, but he later came out the best. Am I communicating? Now, who is this? We know of her. We know of this awesome lady, this Oprah Winfrey. Who don't know the story of Oprah Winfrey? Oh God. When I remember the story of this woman, it's something that it causes a lot of pain in the heart, because this woman really passed through a lot before she became the woman she is. Now she's a billionaire and she owns her own TV channel. You get? Now, when you reflect on her past challenge, how she fought to get a job, but now she's everybody, almost all the ladies, Oprah Winfrey is now my role model. But when you look at her background, she passed through a lot. She passed through a lot. Now, what can we say about this person? Now, what is the name of this person? Do you know this person clearly? Yes, I believe you should know him. The great man, if not because of him, we shouldn't be using our electric bulb and the rest. This Thomas Edison. Thomas Edison, how many times did he failed to just get an electric bulb? He failed many times, but yet he believed in himself. He believed that despite the failure, he is capable of delivering what could be the hope of the generation. And that is why, irrespective of all, he stood firm. He stood firm. He stood firm. Now, I know you also know him. This Walt Disney. Everybody now, there is no children that you talk about that doesn't watch cartoon. But could you imagine that from childhood now, see, just imagine a child now that does not know Tom and Jerry, Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, and the rest of them. Who don't know? Now, you could see that he was once insulted because of lack of imagination. But did he give up? No, he didn't give up. He didn't give up. What Disney didn't give up, because he believed in himself. He believed that he could still ascend. Am I communicating? Now, with this, the Almighty about Edison. These are the stories of people. If I start sharing their story one by one, you will see that we will not live here. This Abraham Lincoln. Look at Abraham Lincoln, who has failed, brought down numerously. Oh God. What should you do when you fail? Should you give up on life? Should you throw out the channel? Should you throw out and say, no, success is not meant for me? You lie. That is not the truth. That is not the truth. Now, what of Rowling? I know we know her. Rowling was broke, depressed, divorced as a single mother, and simultaneously reading a novel while studying. It's hard that if I tell you now, Rowling Warren is the owner of the common Harry Potter that every one of us has watched. Harry Potter. She was the one that wrote it, the movie. But she has been abandoned many times, uncountable times. Look at these great men. They once failed in life, but yet they stood. Now, I want us to watch this short video from Lisa Nichols. Listen to her.
I was at rock bottom.
I want you to listen to her closely. Just listen, pay attention.
I was at rock bottom. I was broke and I was broken. I got fired from 5 different jobs.
Yeah.
And then I got pregnant with my son unexpectedly. And then at 8 months, my son's father went to prison. And when my son was 8 months old, I went to the ATM to get $20 out the bank because I didn't have any Pampers for him. And in order to get $20 out, you got that $20 in. I had $11.42. And I still can't tell the story without getting emotional because it's my story. For 2 days, I had to wrap my son in a towel. But something happened, Steve, in those 2 days. My son laying on his back at 8 months, I have a towel over him, and I have my hand on his stomach saying, "Don't you worry, Jaylani. Mommy will never be this broke again." And I made a decision. I was bankrupt. And every stinking thinking I had, I was bankrupt in trying to protect my pride. I was bankrupt in trying to be all that in a bag of chips and a bowl of grits falsified. I was bankrupt in trying to not ask anyone for help. I was bankrupt in everything that was holding me and keeping me where I was. I've always talked a good game, but I wasn't doing anything with my gift. And all that thing about potential, I was tired of having potential. I wanted to have my now. And I looked at that baby at 8 months and I said, I want to transform your life because you didn't ask to come into this chaos. As an African-American male child in South Central Los Angeles, with a single mother whose father's in prison, he had a 66% chance of going to prison himself. Not on my watch. Not on my watch. So if I have to be willing to drastically transform myself so that I can become the woman that I know I can be.
Right.
And that's what I began to do. I was radical. See, my grandmother said that conviction and comfort don't live in the same block. If you're gonna be convicted about something, you might have to go through some discomfort. But if you wanna stay comfortable, why don't you just relax where you are, because that's where you're gonna stay.
Right.
And so are you willing to reinvent who you are? Are you willing to kill away the procrastination? Are you willing to kill away the excuses, the blame game? I never let people call me a single mom by my title. I'm Lisa Nichols, who happens to be a single mother. Don't define me by my circumstances. Define me by my intention. At some point, I have to stop asking, can I be great? Can I be brilliant? Can I be okay and still be accepted? I just stopped asking permission and just gave notice unapologetically, not in a braggadocious way, not in a way that shrunk anyone else, in a way that said, I only got one life, and I'm gonna ride this one till the wheels fall off. And that was the beginning of me rescuing myself. I realized that I am my rescue. No one else is my rescue. I am my rescue.
Wow. Wow. I believe that she was our own rescue. So what do you do when you fail? Now, we're going to consider speedily what do you do when you fail. Now, the first thing you do when you fail is to learn from it. Learn from your mistake. Why? Because of what? To grow in life, you need failure. Because once you are conversant with certain failures of life, you have a knowledge of how to overcome that particular failure whenever it shows up again. So what do you do when you fail? The first thing you do is to learn from that mistake. Don't allow it to hold you back. Now, why also? Because of what? It's life ultimate lesson. You learn from your mistake. You learn from your past. You learn from the things that you have done before that you weren't successful. Am I communicating? Now, okay? Now, through failure, you will get to know yourself better and you will learn from your mistakes. Another one is failure makes you rethink. It helps you to reconsider and find new way and strategy to achieve our goals. That's what it does. Because when you fail, it will help you to think better. It will help you to re-strategize. Am I communicating? Now, what is the second thing you do when you fail? The second thing you do when you fail is let go of your ego and humble yourself, because no one wants to fail because it is bad for our ego. That is the truth. Because you know that once you fail, you will become a reproach. Everybody will start looking at you as a thick failure. Yes, but so failure humbles you and will make you to evaluate your decision better. So let go of your ego. So failure humbles you. Because if you're not humbled as a result of failure, you won't learn better ways to evaluate your decision and make them better. Am I communicating? Now, when your ego is in charge, you will not learn. You will not learn from the mistakes you have made. So that's why sometimes you need to fail so that you'll be humbled to take mentorship, to take lessons, to take instructions. That is what you do when you fail. Now, to be successful, we have to accept that we are wrong, evaluate, learn, and move. That is what you do when you fail. To be successful, we have to accept that we are wrong. If you don't accept that you are wrong, if you want to be successful, you will see that you will miss the privilege of mentorship and instructions. Am I communicating? Now, the next thing you do is to reassess your work. Even if you did your best, there is always room to improve and adjust to better meet the challenges at hand. Now, if you come out successful in a particular enterprise, that doesn't mean that that's energy you applied to that particular work is the best. No. So even if you do your best, give room to improve, give room to ascend, give room to create another, to be innovative about a new concept and grow. Reassess your work. These are what you do when you fail. What again? Reassess your work also gives you an opportunity to create a better future. When you understand which aspect of your journey resulted to the past failure, you are reassess your work so that you check which aspect of my life resulted to that past failure. What was I doing that caused me to fail before? You reassess your work and give it a clear discernment to understand, okay, this was what caused my failure. Now this is how I should do it better and gain a better result. Am I communicating? Is what you do when you fail. And also get excited. The reason you ought to get excited about failure is that you want to associate failure with success. Am I communicating? Now, the next thing, because of my time, boost your mood and get back up again. Don't just sit down there. There are types of people in this world, people that take failure personally. There are people like that. Whatever you fail, you take it personally. They see it as permanent situation and give up. And there are people that use it as a lesson. So when you fail, don't take it personally. No, don't take it that is permanent. Don't take it that because you failed in this enterprise that you will continue failing. No, but learn and move on. Take it as a lesson. Yes, I failed before. Yes, I failed. Now, what's next? The what's next is to learn from it, then reassess what caused you to fail before and move on. Don't just allow your failure to keep you back. It's not temporary. Do not take failure personally, but see it what as a temporal setback. We all feel emotional low after we have failed. That is natural. We are humans. And it's inevitable. But how we respond to our failure is what determines, our road to success. Failure is not the final. Life is 10% what happens to us and 90% our reaction. How do you react over failure? How do you react when you fail in life? Learn from it, reassess it, get excited, boost your mood and get up and move on. Am I communicating? So these are the things you need to learn about what to do when you fail. And by this, I come to the end of my training. Thank you so much for joining my channel this morning. Don't forget to click on the like button and subscribe and share to your friends so that you could help those that have failed before and the failure is eating them up. Remember, I'm Dixon Gosvine. Thanks for being with me up to this moment. I love you all.